I forced a teenage girl to step on a scale to make sure she wasn't too fat for the water slide, and I'm ashamed by the results.
Oh, God. You know what, Sam? I would love to say a-hole. I would love to say it, but Sam?
Hey, safety, John, safety.
I cannot ignore the potential of the safety concerns. So.
There are weight limits to things for a reason. Americans are breaking records all the time.
I guess if I'm forcing my own hand on a prediction, I guess I'll say not the a-hole for safety.
All right.
It's unfortunate, but here we are in America.
I work as a lifeguard at a water park, and part of my job includes managing the top of water slides. Very precarious position right there. I'm there to make sure no one does anything dangerous, like going face first, which I love to do, dude. I was a face first freaking dude. I would go, or cramming too many people on an inner tube, etc. I'm also instructed to ask anyone who looks like they could be over the weight limit, which is 250 pounds, to weigh themselves on our scale. And if they refuse, I will deny them entry.
Oh, man, that's so tough, dude. I mean, although asking the scale, I don't know, man, you just can't win.
I feel like they should just weigh everyone, honestly, at that point.
Yeah, there we go. That's the solution.
That is the solution. But man, how bad would it feel to be like, I'm sorry, ma'am, sir, you're too fat for this slide. I'm not super comfortable with this, but it's much better than risking people's safety. You don't want the water slide to collapse or someone to like have too much momentum and fly off the side. Here lies the problem, John. I lift weights.
Uh-huh.
I like to bump the iron. It feels better than cutting. Have you seen that Arnold thing where he's like, you know the way I pump iron in the gym? It feels like I'm having sex, but pumping iron feels better than cutting. I lift weights, and for this reason, I'm very dense. I weigh 185 pounds, but somehow wear a size 6. Is OP a lady?
Yeah.
I guess OP's a lady. I don't know what a size 6 it looks like. I don't know. Do you know what a size 6
Neither
is?
do I.
Okay. We don't know anything about that. Anyway.
I'm guessing it's kind of small.
Most of my friends also lift and have similar body compositions to me. For this reason, I have trouble estimating how much someone actually weighs. This problem presented itself last weekend when an overweight teenage girl wanted to ride the slide. She most likely wasn't over 250 pounds, but I couldn't be certain. I've gotten better at estimating weights, but my supervisor says if there's any chance they're over 250 pounds, I must weigh them. So I approached her gently and asked her, can you please get your fat ass on the scale? She met me with a snarky teenager attitude and said, what if I refuse? She was with a group of teenagers, some of whom were giggling. Then you won't be allowed on the slide, I said matter-of-factly. She rolled her eyes and got on the scale, and her weight wasn't even close to 250 pounds. It was like 120 pounds.
Wait, what?
So I felt kind of bad. She then said, see, and went along with her friends. Although she gave me attitude, I could tell she was embarrassed. Her face was red as she went back to her friends, who were all thin. I asked my supervisor how you would have handled the situation, and he said I did the right thing, and that it's better to hurt someone's feelings than to break someone's bones. However, yesterday I was called to the office of the owner of the water park. She told me she received an angry email from a parent about how I embarrassed their fat child in front of her friends. I explained to her that I was just following fat people protocol, and she asked me how much the girl actually weighed. I gave her the answer, and she laughed at me, told me that I could never get a job as a weight guesser at a carnival, and that I need to do my job better. My supervisors backed me up, saying I was doing what was required I do. I'm thankful for the support. So the question is, I know the teenage girls are a particularly vulnerable population, as I was a teenage girl not too long ago. But at the same time, safety is my first priority. So does this make me an a-hole? So John, before you go in and jump into the breakdown, everyone let us know what you think. Put it in the comments. Let us know, because we need to be educated. Also, what would you do if you were OP? Would you just let anyone ride?
Oh my God.
Please put it in the comments. But John, what do you think?
I have to flip my prediction. I actually do think that OP is the a-hole, because 120 20 pounds, bro? Really? Really? That's no. Stop. Also, how OP was. I didn't even think about this until just now. But how OP was like, yeah, you know, I'm just so freaking dense from lifting, and all my friends are fucking ripped. So I don't know what a fat person looks like.
Well, maybe OP is like a dense 185 with muscle, and so maybe when she looks at someone fat, like fat weighs less than muscle, is a giant person, but they only weigh 120 pounds.
I'm sorry, bro. 120?
Okay.
That's crazy for 250.
John, I have a confession.
Oh no.
There was no weight in the actual post, so.
Oh, you pulled my chain yet again.
Yeah, I pulled your chain. I pulled your chain. I have to imagine she said it was way off the 250. So I'm like 150, 180, what's way off?
Has to be lower. I feel like it has to be lower than 200. Has to be. Yeah, maybe between 150 and 180, which is that's. Here's the other thing. She weighs people. This has probably happened before where she has weighed people that were over the mark. So you can't come on, you have to have some indication as to what the physique would look like.
Yeah, I imagine they would get better. I just want to know how far off she was.
Yeah, you're looking in the comments?
Yeah, I'm looking at the comments right now.
Ugh.
This isn't quite an answer, but asking people to weigh themselves in front of everyone if they appear fat is terrible policy. But someone responded and said, I have to disagree. Last year, a 14-year-old died in Florida amusement park because he was 100 pounds over the weight limit and was still allowed to ride. He slipped out, fell 100 feet, and died.
Basically, do you want to risk someone literally dying for that? I think what you said, have everyone literally in the line, you're going up the stairs, boom, you hop on a scale, and then the person just peeks over and everyone does it, so it's way less. And you have a big sign that says apologies, if you're over 250, it's not safe for you to ride this ride. So they see the sign, see the number.
Everyone steps on a scale, and if you're less than 250, it goes bing, and then you go forward. If you're more, then you just drop into a pit
of safety.
Yeah.
We must protect you by dropping you into this pit 5 stories of stairs down. Yeah. What would you do? What would you do if you were in this scenario?
I would just do my job. I would weigh people. I would get better at knowing people's weight though than OP.
I will say I'm a terrible judge of height. I do somewhat feel for OP. I thought a person that was 5'1" was 5'6". I was seeing this girl years ago, and then she was like, how tall do you think I'm? I was like, I don't know, 5'5", 5'6". She's like, I'm 5'1". I was like, what? All right, Sam, I know we've been talking about banning people from water slides. I have a story here where we are literally banning family members from stepping foot into the engagement party.
Oh, God.
I tried to ban my own father from my engagement party, but my mother-in-law snuck behind my back and invited him anyway. Here's my plan to kick him out.
Those shifty mother-in-laws always trying to run amok. Ever since frickin' the wicked mother-in-law and frickin' Sleeping Beauty or what was it? What was Cinderella? Mother-in-laws have decided to be evil ever since then. So mother-in-laws, PSA, stop being a dick.
All of the mother-in-laws in the world are just gonna flood our comment section. I feel like that's a passionate group of people.
I'm a mother-in-law and I'm actually not a dick. Prove it.
Prove it. Well, Sam, prediction, is OP gonna be the a-hole here?
I don't think so. I think there's something this evil mother-in-law is gonna do, because all mother-in-laws are evil. If I've learned anything from Disney movies, mother-in-laws suck.
That's facts only. Disney is textbook. So OP says, my father has many faults. I'm well aware of these and therefore tend to keep our interactions private. I still love him and I have developed a system to keep him from effing me over. Thanks, Dad.
Hey, we love the anti-dad system. What's the system? Is it on Notion? Is it like a Google Calendar system? Is it just prison? It's the prison system.
Prison.
I put him in jail.
My father keeps being annoying and showing up to my brunches, so I threw him in the clinker. In my a-hole, I framed him for murder. Now, when my fiance asked me to marry him, I said yes.
Cute.
And then I went and privately told my dad about it. We had a nice dinner with my fiance, and that was that. My future mother-in-law wanted to have an engagement party, and I was fine with that. I just requested that she not invite my father.
Oh. So I want to know why. Like, why? How is he fucking up her life? Like, that's what I want to know.
Well, I have an answer for you. I explained that we had a strained relationship and that I preferred to keep him at a distance, so she agreed. No invite. I guess she thought she knew.
But we don't actually, like, I don't know. What has he done?
Okay. I thought it was revealed right there, but I think it's a little bit further down. We get the full picture. Well, I guess she thought she knew better than me. She wanted to fix our relationship. And the first step was inviting him to her home for a party with booze, baby. Woo! That's the solution.
Mother-in-law is trying to fuck my dad?
That could be where this goes. When I met my dad for dinner, I specifically chose a restaurant that did not have a liquor license. So you can kind of guess where OP is going with this. And we went right after work. He has a breathalyzer built into his car to make it start.
Oh, okay. So he's like an alcoholic or
Yes.
something.
Yes. At least an alcoholic. Yeah. I mean, having the breathalyzer in the car, that seems pretty...
That's kind of cool.
That is interesting. That's actually great technology when I think about it. Yeah. That should honestly probably be in every car ever when you really think about it.
For sure.
He has this because I know what would happen otherwise. When I saw my dad there, my stomach flipped. I asked my future mother-in-law what was going on, and she said that a good daughter would want her dad there on this important day.
Bruh, you don't know the context, though. You don't know the context.
Come on.
See, mother-in-law is already snooping.
I asked her to please make him leave. She said I was being rude. I went over to my dad and asked him to leave. He promised to behave. He was so happy to be invited.
That's actually kind of cute. That's actually...
She really messed this up, though.
He's just trying to make it up, bro.
I told my fiance that I might end up needing to leave in a hurry, and he had to come with me when I left. He knows the whole story, so he agreed. My father was fine at the beginning. Then wine came around. I glared at him and shook my head no. He took some, then more, and then more. He started getting happy, but that doesn't last. After dinner, there were more drinks. As soon as I heard him raise his voice, I asked my fiance to leave. I faked a stomach problem, and we left. The least embarrassing thing he did was piss himself and puke on the lawn. The least embarrassing thing he did that night.
I love how OP phrased that. Oh, man, what a train wreck.
That is just insane. My future mother-in-law is furious. She said that we should have told her my father has a drinking problem. I said that it wouldn't have been a problem.
You invited him without telling her.
I said that it wouldn't have been a problem if she hadn't lied to my face about not inviting him. My father is humiliated that he did this, and I am just numb. My uncle has no problem controlling my dad. He is a cop, and he has come on several events with my dad where he has kept him from drinking. My older brother's wedding, for example. But the problem is he lives in the other city, and he would have been at the wedding. I'm just angry that she lied, and I'm venting here because I need someone to tell me I am not the a-hole for not wanting to tell people my father is like this. We're about to get into our breakdown, but guys, please, in the comments, was OP the a-hole, the angel? Was the mother-in-law the a-hole, the angel? Let us know and what you would do in this scenario. But Sam, what do we think here?
Mother-in-laws are always trifling. They always be trifling, bro. Okay, it sucks that OP has her dad being like a raging alcoholic, screwing up things. I totally understand her not wanting to like dish that, and she didn't think she had to because she thought her mother-in-law respected her wishes. She's like, oh, okay, like I don't have to go into the details because she's not inviting him. And then she goes behind her wishes and her back for her engagement party and completely fucked it up. So mother-in-law, a-hole. Obviously the dad is a giant a-hole for pissing his pants and doing God knows what. I do not think OP is the a-hole whatsoever. She knows how destructive her dad is. I just feel bad that she has to deal with an incompetent dad and what seems like a well-meaning but still an a-holy mother-in-law. Mind your business.
Mind your business. Like, not only did she, like, OP clearly told her, like, I do not want him there, which any reasonable human can kind of infer. If you are explicitly saying not to invite your father to your engagement party, there's probably something wrong there.
There's probably a reason reason.
There's probably a reason. And you lied to her face saying that you wouldn't do it. That's way more reasonable to be like,
Yeah, just like ask. Why don't you just ask? Why you like the mother-in-law? Like if it didn't make sense to her, she could have asked.
literally.
She didn't even ask.
Literally. And now she's mad at her. Please miss me with that.
Not a good impression to start off this family. Gotta say, not the best impression.
I thought it would be hilarious to watch him do it, but he said I was bullying him. Am I the a-hole?
Actually, this succulent story comes from our very own r/OKOP show subreddit from Ashby681.
Shout out Ashby. Thank you for the story.
And also this starts out, hey OKOP, hello yourself.
Yo.
I have a story about Drumline, and this title is inspired by John mentioning Drumline Chronicles in a pod a while back.
Oh, yeah.
So we're diving into these Drumline Chronicles.
Let's do it.
To start off, I, 20 female, am a music major at a popular music school in Texas. One of the upcoming freshmen from this year is a guy I went to high school with. Let's call him Johnny.
Johnny.
I assume named after you, John.
Maybe.
I was initially excited because we were from a small town a few hours south, and it's nice to have some sense of familiarity during the chaos of change. However, on the first day of auditions for Drumline, I approached him, just wanted to say hi. After all, it's been 2 years since I was in high school. To say he was not happy to see me was an understatement. Man hates OP.
Oh, goodness.
I called his name and he didn't even acknowledge me. I didn't think he heard over the loud of the entire drums, so I called closer. So I walked closer to grab his attention, and I was greeted with the kindest words of, talk to me again, and I swear to God, I'll drop you this instant.
Ouch.
Shocked to say the least, I am the type to laugh in any uncomfortable situation. So my response was, wow, I'm doing wonderful. Can't wait for the season either. Thanks for asking.
Nice.
Sophie totally brushes over it.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I am center snare drum captain. I try to be friendly because we were not super close in high school, but we've never had a bad interaction. So I'm like, what the heck?
What's going
wrong?
on?
Until now. So I just brush this off and wait for placements to be assigned. And lo and behold, he's on snare line right next to me.
Uh-oh. That means he's pretty good, by the way.
Oh, really? Is
Yeah,
snare line?
the closer you are to the center, the better you are. So the
Oh,
center is
geez.
the best, and if you're next to the center, then you're pretty good.
As all band camps start, we go over the fundamentals of how we do things here. Right from the start, Johnny would not listen or take direction from me at all. He always went over my head to ask questions to the percussion director, and always right in front of me. The director told him, ask your section leader every single time. But he never did. He never went through the chain of command.
Nope.
John, how would that make you feel?
Oh, I would be pissed. I'd be like, no. Not
Talk
today.
to me.
Run a laugh.
I didn't even try to fight this because I figured time would fix whatever, was up with this guy.
Yeah.
As time heals all wounds.
Oh.
At the end of band camp, Drumline had a movie night to rest and bond and whatnot. About halfway through the movie, my friend, another section leader, came up saying he knew what the stick-up Johnny Boy's butt was.
Oh.
And that he hated me because I bullied him in high school. Many words describe me, but this was a first for bullying. I immediately start overthinking on every single thing that I could have done. So after the movie ended, I called Johnny up and I stepped aside to chat. And this is how the conversation went.
Ooh.
What should Johnny Boys?
Yeah, let's do that.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Like a little high pitched voice like that. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Which one?
A little bit lower.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Hey, not trying to risk you dropping out, but I was told you don't interact with me because I bullied you. I'm sorry for whatever happened. I'd like to fix this so we can both enjoy the season.
Wow. It really meant nothing to you?
That's Johnny. Me, can you just get to the point?
Freshman year, your junior year, when the gummy worm fell from the ceiling.
The gummy worm. Me. Oh, that's what this is about? No one forced you and you shouldn't have eaten it.
By the way, this is like the same scenario could have happened in my high school, but go on. I'll tell more in the breakdown.
Jay.
You didn't physically force me, but I was still forced.
Me. Alrighty. Me. Bro, I am so sorry I made you feel that way. We were all just joking around. If I would have known, I would have stopped. I'm really sorry. Wait, so did
OP haze Johnny Boy into eating a worm? Is that what I'm getting?
Kind of.
Jay,
I'm still mad at you, and that wasn't cool, but I just want to drop it.
me. Alrighty. If we're cool, I should probably not give you a goodie bag I made y'all. I gave y'all gummy worms. Yo, man, it's about to get PTSD.
Dude, for real.
Jay,
You.
I made all of the drumline goodie bags of candy and Dr. Pepper because the college band is hard and we all deserve a little treat. This incident Johnny brought up was when we were both in high school. Johnny had an older brother that was 3 years older than me. Johnny's brother was a senior when I was a freshman. And on Valentine's Day, the whole band got gummy worms. And Johnny's brother threw a few on the ceiling that just never fall. Flash forward to my junior year, Johnny was a freshman and it was the last week of school. We were all hanging out in the band hall waiting for the bell to ring. Then one of the gummy worms fell. The high school drumline and I decided that Johnny should eat it because it was his brother who threw it and consider it his generational punishment for having a dingus of a brother.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yes.
I thought this was all a joke until Johnny actually ate the shit. Then 15 minutes later, he was puking his guts out. I never got to talk to him really after that because that's when COVID lockdown hit. And then bam, now I'm in college. As for now, spring semester 2023, Johnny and I are good friends. Hey, it all worked out. And it became a joke. Occasionally, I'll leave a gummy worm in his locker and he'll threaten to drop out. We hang out a lot, and I'm glad to say I don't think I'm the bully, and I didn't even know I was one to begin with. We were both excited for the new season coming up next fall. I also have a story when I was locked in the percussion closet for 6 hours.
Yep.
If y'all are interested in that story, thanks. Love y'all's show. Please tell us that story. But John, we need a discussion.
Yes.
Is OP the a-hole? Is Johnny Boy the a-hole?
Oh, man.
What's going on here? Is the brother the a-hole?
I would have, and OP, since you're a fan of the show, I was kind of the one that tried to calm the waters a little bit of the insanity of everyone in the drum line. I honestly don't think you're the a-hole, but maybe there could have been a bit more to try and stop him from eating the worm.
Bro, I think make him eat real worms.
Yeah, there we go. Let's double down on it.
Eat some
Let's
fried
double down on
worms.
it.
You know that book, How to Eat Fried Worms?
No.
Well, it's a book, kid. You should read it and have your boy read it because Johnny
Oh my
needs to eat
God.
some worms.
Yeah. Dude, when I tell you that literally this story could have, that story could have easily happened to me or someone I
What
knew.
were the hazing rituals that you guys had?
Oh man. Well, there's so many things. One of the people the drumline guy was dating they recorded them doing it on Skype, made everyone watch that, made everyone watch Two Girls, One
doing
Cup.
sexy stuff on Skype?
Yeah. They shat in a competitor high school's locker during a football game. I mean, dude, the hijink. One of them put. So my kind of similar story is when I was a freshman. One of the juniors was like chewing so much gum, like this.
Yeah.
This almost like a fistful of gum. He spits it out and just smacks it on the back of my head. And I'm
My
just like,
God.
oh, and this was like early too. So I was like, oh, dude, like you're a freshman. And you're just like, and then eventually one of Allie, actually, shout out to Allie. She was like a year older and was like, did not handle anyone's BS.
Yeah.
She's like, oh no, John, come here. Where I was like trying to ask my freshman friends, like, what should I do? Like, I got this guy going. And he's like, no, come here. We're going to the band director. And I was like, hey, Mr. Lambert, can I have some scissors? And he's like, what do you need scissors for? I was like, and then he stepped
Is that a
up.
big gumball?
Dude, endless one time, and I'll stop rambling, but one time, someone didn't come to school because they broke up with their ex, and then they told the band director that he had RBS, which is, according to them, random boner syndrome. So he became very concerned because they're like, oh, he has RBS, and he's like, oh my God, what is RBS? like literally.
Y'all are a bunch of mischievous bandmates.
So
my goodness.
hopefully that story and that myriad of story highlights, paints a picture
Oh yeah,
of the
Band
experience
sounds
that was.
fun, but chaotic as fuck.
Oh yeah, it was an absolute mess.
Well,
Absolute mess.
OP, thank you for sharing your
Thank
story.
you.
Let us know in the comments who you think was the a-hole here, if there are any a-holes.
Yep.
OP, maybe don't force people to eat gummy worms off the
Yeah,
ceiling.
maybe slow the roll on that
Cool
one.
it a little bit.
Yeah.
Or go all the way and make them eat a real worm.
There we go. But also, you can share your story on this podcast as well. Go to r/OKOP show. Send in your stories. We read the 2 most highly upvoted stories. So submit yours, upvote some, and it might just land on the show.
Woo!
We got another mischievous story, but this one might involve a cheating ex. My cheating ex deserved the present I got her. My ex broke up with me just about a year into us dating. In hindsight, she was awful.
Suck it, you ex.
And I was blind to it all. She broke up with me over the phone, which seemed a little bit informal for all the time that we spent together.
How long have they been together?
They were almost a year.
Okay, almost a year. I think anything over 6 months, no, anything over 3 months deserves at least a call. Anything over 6 months in person.
For sure. You got to sit him down, look him right in the eyes and being like, I'm dumping your way. Fast forward a week after that, several individuals connected with her, but not each other. Okay.
Connected with her?
Connected.
Oh, how do they connect?
Well, it all confirmed she was in fact
What?
seeing another man.
Ah, that cheating little scoundrel.
I didn't confront her about it because I realized that things just don't work out sometimes.
That's true.
It was just the way she went about it that irked me. This is fair.
Fair. I mean, she didn't even to not call after a year is pretty shitty.
I think they broke up with me over the phone.
Oh, is it phone or text?
Over the phone is the exact quotation.
Okay, well, to not do it in person, still pretty shitty.
I am old enough in my late 30s to accept that people are just a-holes. But I also felt like she was getting away with something without feeling even a bit of remorse.
Yeah.
The breakup was the only contact. No calls, no text occurred after that over a year ago. So it was just like
Oh, so she broke up, called, yo, I'm breaking up with you, and then nothing else.
the end. I remembered for Christmas that I bought us, a really expensive couples massage package that she said she'd always wanted
Wow.
to do something like that. Yikes.
Oh, man. Lost money.
I had purchased it from some big package from a local place that cost roughly $600.
That's a big massage.
Gift, you know what I mean? My goodness. I obviously didn't have the certificate with me. I decided to go to the spa with a made-up story of how I lost the certificate. I showed him the receipt, I always keep those, and showed him my credit card charge. They wound up reissuing me a gift card and canceling the other. I see. So he was kind of like getting the money back so he could use all $600 worth.
Where she couldn't use anything.
That's smart.
Smart. Well, she had the gift card, so he didn't even have access to it.
Right. So he's like, cancel hers. Just slide it back over to me. My goodness. That's pro level moves right there. That was over a year ago, and frankly, I forgot about it until today. I got a call from her. First contact in a year since breaking up.
Okay, so she doesn't contact him at all, and then out of the blue,
She's
okay.
ringing him up now. We're going to find out why. And she is screaming at me over the phone that the gift certificate is no good and the spa place accused her of stealing.
Really?
And what a piece of crap I was for reporting it to be such.
Wait, so the ex got did she go? She booked it, and then she's like, okay, I have my certificate after the spa.
Goes to use it, it's revoked because all the money was transferred to OP.
So did she just walk out and not pay for it?
I mean,
Because that's why they would accuse her of stealing, right?
maybe they're accusing her of stealing because she's like, they think she's pushing a counterfeit certificate. And she's like, no, I'm not paying. It's on this. And they're like, no, you have to pay. This is worthless. And she's like, no, stop trying to rob us with this fake certificate.
Fuck.
I called the guy. He said he told her it was reported stolen. I just politely explained that I didn't think she was deserving of it. And if she really wanted to, she could just have Mark, the dude she's banging, pay for a new one.
Mark, why don't you stand up?
Come on, Mark. Even your ex is doing all the heavy lifting over here. Like, come on. Gonna make an appointment to use that card for my new girlfriend soon. Mission accomplished.
Bam.
What do you think, a-hole or not? Sam.
Low key. I mean, I get the revenge and all that. X is an a-hole for cheating, but OP is an a-hole for rescinding a gift he gave.
I'm rocking with it.
What? Come on.
Bro, you literally she cheats on you. And I think OP was pretty fair. It's like, you know what? All right. Stuff happens, right? Like, I think that's a good get an attitude, but it's like, you know what? I want the damn massage.
I'm not saying he's not entitled to it, but a little bit of an a-hole move, a little pet.
My knots were out here getting stressed while her back was being blown out. Mine was filled with knots. I just needed to touch a massage to get me back.
Okay, I mean, a little self-care. I understand. But let us know what you think. But I think I got one more story for y'all.
Oh, hit me with it.
And it's about murder.
Murder.
I indirectly unalived my stepdad, and I'm happy about it.
Wow. I'll be honest, I wasn't prepared for this title.
No. And honestly, this story kind of like it's written in a way where OP is like victorious, but it kind of goes dark. So just wrap in, folks.
I'm buckled in. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready.
When I was 9, my mom met a man who, for the sake of the story, we'll call Jay, which stands for John. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. That ain't me.
Jay was a unremarkable man. He was a chef, and he was from New York, living in South Philadelphia at the time.
Born and raised.
Born. My mom, being emotionally unstable, decided to give him a try after lots of past relationships were not working out. Seriously, she has terrible taste in men.
Ouch.
And I feel it's a good time to mention my dad is dead from a drug. Philadelphia, man, there's drugs everywhere. Fuck. So my mom was desperate for someone to be that guy who was good for her and me. She gives Jay a chance, and out of nowhere, boom, Jay has cancer. Came out of the blue, and my mom's heartstrings were pulled by him, and she was attached to him for good. So basically, cancer bonded them together.
Right.
A little trauma bonding. I was 9 at the time, so of course I was a stupid kid who never thought my mom could be wrong. Well, I didn't notice her getting black eyes, but my grandfather did. So one day at the corner store in my neighborhood, my grandpa decided to beat Jay black and blue. He was stuck on the couch for days, and looking back at it, it brings a smile to my face. Damn, bro.
This guy's vindictive.
OP is fucked up. But he convinced my mom, not up that he was like happy about it, just like, this is a pretty effed up childhood.
Yeah.
But he convinced my mom that my grandmother, who was manipulative, manipulated my grandfather to beat him up so he would have to move. After an intervention was held, my mom decided to move. We packed our things in our van, and I held my 90-pound Rottweiler on my lap, and we moved to effing Florida.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, John's from Florida. It's kind of matching up.
Uh-oh.
Chapter 2, effing Florida. I'm going to admit life kind of sucked here. For 5 years, I was stuck in such a dumpster fire of a state with no family support. How do you feel about that, John?
I'll allow it.
My mom was abused daily, and I was mostly mentally abused. I also lost my great-grandmother at the time, and I wanted to go back to Philly for the funeral, but Jay said no. Eventually, in 2021, my mom left Jay, and then the worst night of my life happened. Chapter 3, Halloween 2021. I was still in Florida, and I went trick-or-treating with a younger friend. At this point in time, my mom was paying for Jay's new apartment because she just wanted him gone. Well, he broke into our apartment, took my puppy for a walk, weird time to take care of the dog while committing a crime, but hey, my dog had fun, and smashed everything. My mom decided that instead of calling the police, she would confront him with me alone. So we went, and as a precaution, my mom had a knife on her. We went, and when he got there, there was a girl with Jay. A fight ensued, and I called 911. I also beat the everlasting shit out of Jay.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, revenge. Unfortunately, my mom couldn't see and thought Jay was winning. So she stabbed non-lethal because his fat got in the way, and he didn't even have to go to the hospital. Oh my God. So when the police show up, they gave a good look at my mom with choke marks from the fight and arrested her for assault and breaking and entering.
Oh, the mom.
Mom got arrested, even though, well, I guess they went because she broke in to Jay's place because Jay broke into hers. Chapter 4, leaving for Florida and having a very Merry Christmas. Well, the trial came and went. My mother's off the hook, but she will be a felon until completion of a program. So we left Florida and decided to move back to New Jersey. I know my mom breaking up with Jay was a count to me because I pushed hard for it. So I guess like after the and Jay cheating on the mom with some girl, she finally decided that it was not a good relationship.
You know what?
Thank you.
I'm fully in support.
Yeah. Life continues, but November comes around and I received news that made me burst out with laughter. Jay's sister came forward and told us he had unalived himself by a little bop to the head. I even read the note he left and everything. Apparently, I ruined his relationship with my mom and the karma came back. Life goes on, he dies and is alone. And I feel great. What a way to end.
Well, you told me to be buckled in, so
yeah. This
wow.
was a doozy. If anyone is if anyone's still listening, sorry to leave on such a brutal note.
Yeah, my goodness gracious.
All right, what do you think of this story? Like, who's the a-hole? Who's the angel?
Yeah, I mean, dude, that guy Jay, 10 trillion%. I won't say it's the right perspective to have. I 1,000% understand
yeah
why he has that, why OP has that perspective.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, like if someone has caused me and my mom like all that pain, all I want to, like, vindictively speaking,
Yeah.
all I would want to watch them do is suffer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
But,
I
like,
understand where he's coming from.
If you're trying to be like the most loving person
Of-
possible,
of
like you were trying to be
course.
the angel,
Yeah.
like that's not the right approach to
Yeah.
have. And honestly, at the end of the day, like having that vindictive attitude, although it might feel good in the moment, it's gonna like hurt long term. It's gonna.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna. It makes it long term worse for you.
Being able to process that and
And let it go.
forgive in terms of like moving on for
Yeah.
yourself, I think is important. But also, I mean, that is just a wow,
Crazy story.
just an insane thing to go through.
Yeah.
So
But let us know what you think OP should do. Thank you for sticking through. For anyone who's still
That's
here,
right.
thank you.
we love you.
We love
end
you.
of the end of show gang.
Yeah. If you made it to the end, comment that you made it to the end. Let us know what you think of this whole episode. We're doing long episodes now, so we're really curious what you guys think and if you like it. But yeah, thanks for coming, and we'll see you soon.
We love you.